One second. Let's see
Good morning. Good morning.
if they're blocking the stream over here too. Oh, yep. Look at that. Wow. Just now. Look at that. Yeah, they got my stream blocked. Yeah, this is ridiculous. At this point, this is ridiculous. Um, if you're watching this, just tell me what platform you're on watching this because I'm so heavily censored on social media. I'm gonna have to just start creating new accounts because at this point it's ridiculous. Um, uh, like even when I go live, when I try to go live on meta platforms like Facebook and Instagram, they have me throttled. So like on Facebook, they now have it blocked. So my live stream cannot go public. It's set permanently to private, so no one can see it. And on Instagram, it just has me throttled to zero, so no one would see the stream anyway. So if you're watching this, just do me a favor and just comment. Let me just try to figure out who's watching from where, so I can get an idea of basically, where I should focus when I do these streams. I'm not live on Rumble right now. Hey, all right, so okay, so I think that's is that YouTube where you guys are watching? Good Time Gary and Raymond Richardson. Are you guys watching from YouTube? I just put YouTube uh X watching for the first time on YouTube. Okay, so YouTube. All right, cool. Yeah, what I'm gonna have to do moving forward is I'm gonna have to create new social media accounts from new IP addresses because it's just so crazy that I have to be like hiding on, like I'm it's this weird underground railroad of trying to get access to my followers. Like I have like 100,000 followers combined on like all these social media platforms, but hey, I'm X Man is live on X. I'm live. Okay, cool. All right, so then that means I'm live on X and YouTube. So right now, those are the only places that I'm allowed to stream right now. I can't. TikTok denied me and all that. But anyway, look, let me just get to it because I was watching. If you guys are paying attention to everything that's happening in the political uh, environment right now, if you just look at the state of our politics, you guys know I'm in New York City, but I see that they just passed a law that's requiring landlords to provide AC units, air conditioners to their tenants. Right now in New York, we got winter. It gets cold in winter. Summertime, sometimes it gets hot. But now they're requiring that as a landlord, you have to give your tenants an AC. Now in New York City, we don't have like what you would see as like a central air. Now people are starting to do that in new constructions. But now what they're doing is they're requiring if you're just a landlord of some one family, two family, three, four, whatever, and you know, typically people buy their AC units to customize however they want. Sometimes people have the floor unit, some have the window unit. If you're from New York, you go get your AC or whatever, and you pay your light bill. But now they're requiring that the landlords have to do that. They also just passed a law called COPA, where if you own a property and you want to sell that property, you have to give the first right to purchase to your tenants or a nonprofit via these uh, community land trusts. Remember, have you heard that before? Zoran Mamdani. So these nonprofit agencies, you have to, before you even get to offer your property on the market, you have to give these nonprofit agencies the first right of refusal before you go to anyone else. But you have to also give them time to find the funding. You got to see who's interested before you can put your property on the market and sell it, your own property. So if you're in foreclosure, if you're in like incredible financial, duress, doesn't matter. So this process can pretty much go on indefinitely, where you have to keep going through these nonprofit agencies who are given priority over your own ability to sell your own house. That's crazy. Now there are many examples that where you see things like this happening in New York City. You know, even with local law 18, which I spoke to you guys about, where they're demanding that you do certain things. Now, all of these things that I'm discussing right now, these are positive rights. We've become conditioned as a society to advocate for and push for what is known as positive rights. If anyone knows anything about positive rights versus negative rights, I would really encourage you guys to look that up, because you'll have a very good understanding of where we are right now in society and the danger that we're headed to. People, now let me give you an example of positive rights. Positive rights is when people say the right to education, healthcare, um, right to housing, right for uh, um, like legal representation in court, right? Like legal aid, right? Things like that. Negative rights are more like free speech, uh, freedom of religion, freedom of movement, freedom to own your property without government intrusion, freedom to buy, sell. That's negative rights. So negative rights is what others cannot do. Positive rights are what an action that you're trying to get someone else to do, namely your government. So people who advocate for positive rights, those will be the people who are advocating for like entitlements like welfare, Medicaid, public housing, those types of things. People who advocate for negative rights, these are the people who are saying no, this is about what your government cannot do, how they cannot intrude into your life, how they cannot dictate what you can or cannot do based upon your human rights. Now, I'm a person who fights to protect your negative rights. Negative rights are an example of negative rights is the Constitution of the United States, because it protects the rights that you already have given to you by God. No one can force you to do anything. See, that's what negative rights is about, what your government cannot do. Positive rights is about what you're demanding that your government does. You're demanding an action from your government. Oh, I forgot that YouTube has trolls. This guy say you is gay. Okay, well, that's stupid. But yeah, so the problem that we're having today that a lot of people don't even identify, including people on the right. I'm not even just talking about the left right now, but including people on the right, is that we have gotten to a point in our society where we are continuously pushing for positive rights, which I would argue are not rights at all. Because when you're demanding that your government commit an action that creates an entitlement for you, there is a cost that is associated with it that is coming from someone else. Someone else is going to pay for it. And that's why socialism is such a dangerous ideology, because it is wrapped in entitlement. It is wrapped in, well, this is what the government must do in order to provide for me. This is the entitlement, the state of dependency, the expansion of government, just basically bigger government. So people who advocate for positive rights are usually pushing for more government. Those who fight for negative rights, they want a smaller government. So what we have to do is we have to really face the question, we have to answer the question, are we advocating for us to be dependent upon our government and for our government to have more authority over us as free citizens? Or are we advocating for the government to get out of the way in many of the crucial areas in where we have our own God given rights? And this is the problem that we are creating in this hyper progressive socialist environment, where so many people are so emotional and they're upset of, the state of the economy, the state of our politics, where they feel that they are owed something. And when you continue to push politics that tells people that you're owed something, it takes away the sense of personal responsibility that you have, and even the sense of protection that you have for your own freedom. So what we don't realize is that we are all statists at this point in society. Even no matter how conservative you may think you are, the sad reality is that most conservative Republicans, you're statists, because you're fighting for things. You're also fighting for your government to give you things. And that is the problem. Now, your government absolutely is supposed to protect your rights. It is supposed to serve as an extension of the will of the people. Yes. But what happens when your government starts to collude with with outside entities, with uh, large corporations, with globalists, with the intel agencies, when it starts to collude with the media in order to propagandize the American people into begging for more of their freedoms taken away from them under the guise of protection? Because that's the easiest way for you to lose your freedom. The fastest pathway to losing your freedom is fear, emotions. So when you're constantly being fear mongered and told that there's big bad person coming to hurt you, hey, I'm the government, don't worry, I can protect you. You're exchanging your freedom for protection or even comfort. I think Ronald Reagan said one of the most dangerous phrases that you would ever hear in your life is, hey, I'm the government and I'm here to help. It's crazy how we've just turned into overly this hyper dependent and entitled society, where we behave like children, and all we see are people arguing about the most insignificant nonsense that tends to be fed to us by two political parties that actually represent two separate wings of the exact same bird. And we're so caught up in our tribalism that we believe that the only way to move forward as a country is through this hyper partisan binary lens, where we fail to recognize that we're all being played. So yeah, I just wanted to come on and just ask you guys to just look into positive rights versus negative rights, and then ask yourself, like, what what type of person am I? Am I a person who wants to be free, or am I a person who wants free stuff? Am I a person that's okay with being governed, with being ruled, with being dependent upon my government? Because at the end of the day, whenever you fight for your government to continue to give you things, not only are you asking or demanding to be more dependent, but you're also demanding that other people pay for it. So yeah, that's all I wanted to talk about. I just wanted to make sure. I just wanted to see where I'm live, where I'm connected, who's watching. It looks like, I guess, more people are watching on YouTube. So I mean, I guess I'm not. Maybe I'll start utilizing my YouTube more. But I'm going to create new accounts, y'all, and just start streaming the podcast from just like a whole new IP address, whole new everything, probably new identity, because they know who I am, and they're not allowing me an audience. So I guess I'll talk to you guys soon. I appreciate it. And then next time I come on, I'll talk to you guys about the politics here in New York City, and the way our city council betrayed New Yorkers by killing the bill known as Intro 948B. It was a horrible and disgusting thing. And we're going to talk about it. So anyway, I appreciate y'all for joining me, and I will talk to you all later. Peace.